Hey Mario Karters and frenzy fans, welcome to our channel.
We've got an awesome Meet the Mario Karters episode that we got going on today. We got Brian Voice. Welcome, Brian.
Hi, it's what a pleasure this is. I don't know how I beat the most recent episodes of yours, which have been prolific. I mean, Jeeves winning a pipe pull, that might be bigger than the Super Bowl. I don't know.
Yeah, no, this is exciting. So we've actually been trying, we've been chatting for a while, and we've been trying to get this actually done for, I think, 2 or 3 months.
Yeah,
and
months.
Schedules just haven't lined up at all. And finally, today, we finally, we got you on. So we're super excited to have you. And we're just looking forward to getting to know you better and having the community to get to know you a little bit better. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
For sure. I mean, over here, and this is maybe a little bit for Studfit because he's a diehard Steelers fan. I'm a diehard Baltimore Ravens fan, where that's mainly where I grew up. Over here is a little tribute to my favorite player, number 52. The number is not very visible. Yeah. The number wore out a little bit. I've used it in quite a lot of football games and both that I was playing and I used to go to different stadiums around the NFL before I actually, this might be a surprise, moved to Israel, where I am right now. I live in all places in Jerusalem, believe it or not. You know, a little bit of my history. But with being from Israel and also being kind of from Baltimore at the same time, and the Super Bowl is in Los Angeles. I was actually born in Woodland Hills in the Valley in Los Angeles.
Oh, wow.
That's a fun area.
I was born there and lived there till I was about almost 9 years old. That's when I moved to Baltimore, where I feel that's when I was more aware. That's where I feel like I really grew up. Yeah. But I went to school and spent a couple other years in New York as well, not too far from Baltimore. I know you guys are down in Atlanta. That's not too far from Baltimore.
Not far at all.
Same time zone, at least.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm in a close suburb called Owings Mills. That's where I'm from. Just out, it's sort of outside. It's like a suburb outside northwest of Baltimore.
Cool.
But now I'm in Jerusalem.
How long have you been there?
Well, I originally moved here in 2005. Oh. But then I would go back and forth between here and the States. I didn't quite know where I wanted to live. There's a lot of differences between living in the States and living here. I came back, lived 8 years in between in the States, went back here about 2014. Been here most of the time since then.
Very cool. Now, what is it that you do out there?
So some people may know, from my name, Brian Voice. I've done a few different things with my voice, but now I'm lead bass and some solos in an a cappella group here called Rabotai. We are an a cappella group that has Hebrew and Jewish themed music, but fused together with a lot of popular music. So, for example, for the Purim holiday a year ago, we did some of the Purim themes, Jewish themes, themes of Israel, together with Girls Like You from Maroon 5. It was on in our a cappella group. We got a gig singing at a bat mitzvah one weekend in London, and I got the ride on the back of Yoshi Bear's motorbike. Felt like Mario Kart around the streets of Wembley. We took a picture, he put it on his YouTube channel. Oh. That's how tight this community is to me. I was only out there for a few days, and the first thing I thought was I got to hang out with this guy. Just like if I had a gig, in the South, Southeast, I would
have a guest
right away tell you guys about it. It would be a dream. I love to travel. The skies are starting to open up, thank goodness. Even in Israel, we want tourists to, during this time of Corona, I've really gotten to appreciate what tourism means to Israel and to Jerusalem. We feel we feel it's not only a huge part of the economy, but it's an energy on the streets, and so happy that that's starting to get better, starting to hopefully get better in the States.
And how about you tell us a little bit about like your Mario Kart ways, like how you like to play the game? Like, are you super competitive? Are you more of a collector? Like, just kind of give us a little idea of how you play the game.
Absolutely. I love, first of all, and this is how I ran into both of you. Thanks for the question, because I grouped you and StudFit together because I met both of you through StudFit. And StudFit and I were actually like, I grew very interested in his work before he started to get, he's like a superstar, just like both of you now. But I ran into you through StudFit because he brought up possibly in one of his episodes or in some different messages that you had an episode talking about what scores higher between a top shelf character at level 1 and a mid-shelf tier 2 coin boxer.
Yeah.
And that, you asked me what I'm into a lot with Mario Kart. That's the biggest thing, is how to win ranked, how to get the most points, how to get the most and figure out what your best characters are. And a lot of it all has to do with that meta aspect. Franzi fanboy, that I'm a little lazy when it comes to these spreadsheets.
So am I, Brian.
I have been slowly starting to use your calculator. So I appreciate it, for a lot of reasons, because I used to just play math games in my mind because I'm stubborn and lazy. So I have a lot of gratitude for these calculators, so I don't have to play guessing games, to be grateful that my high-end tickets, I can even be more appreciative. And I don't know, people are starting to get rid of the names of Fixed DS, but I don't know. I've only had one driver high-end in the last few days. I'm like, hold on, everybody. I'm not sure yet. I want to see more driver high-ends. I want to get like 10 of them, and then I'll be happy.
So speaking,
I was so open with the high ends that a few tours ago I put Yoshi with the egg, Yoshi reindeer all the way up to level 6.
Oh, boy.
When this thing happened, what did I do? I put Yoshi reindeer level 7. That's how many. And that's what they were debating. And it depends who you are. Is it a good thing? Was it a bad thing? For me, I'm really a gold pass only player.
Okay.
And I'll be honest, full disclosure, I bought Glinting Glider. I bought Happy Ride the second time around.
Yeah.
And I bought the 2020 glider.
Okay.
But if I had gone back, I would not purchase all 3 of them. Okay. Because now their value is very minimal. Yeah. And I would be happier to have not gone that route.
I'm curious, do you have do you have like a favorite kart or driver, like as far as a specific kart or glider that may not have like the meta like value that we all kind of talk about, but you just have something that's like near and dear to your heart that you're like, oh, I don't care that it's like not really valuable. I like playing with it. Or
it's a great question. So with the Yoshi reindeer, it might seem on first glance that here's a guy in Jerusalem. Maybe he just loves to collect, the religious stuff. We have all the religions in Jerusalem. So I love the Christmas characters. I love Santa Bowser. Until Meowser came out, he was like the best. And now he's fallen a little bit after I put him up to 1,400. I'm still kind of okay with that. I like the idea of triple capping the large size
So is there
yeah, you said favorite cart, right?
yeah, what's your favorite cart? I'm curious what your favorite cart is.
It might be one that I haven't even pulled for yet because I'm hoping somebody steps up. You know, it's kind of selfish of me to say everybody has amazing skills. I hope, thank you, E.R. Curtis, somebody steps up, has math skills, maybe a shout out, please, that we want to find out exactly how big of a hitbox is this new Cupid's arrow from the Valentine special pipe.
Yeah.
That some people are saying it's as big as one of the Kings. Some people are saying no, it's like the satellite. And there's a big difference between the two of them.
Yeah.
This burger cart, everybody's saying it has like the width of a Crawley, but I'm not sure with the length. And the other thing is that I'm 70 out of 100. I got the charging chuck.
Okay.
So I don't know how wise it is to perhaps risk 70. Carts that I really love, which are the city racers, which I think are undervalued. Why? Because none of them alone are that good. I look at it as a collective whole thing of all of them. I'm very lucky. I got 4 out of 6. I think one of you or both of you pulled all of them on not many pulls. You were doing the singles, which are amazing. I love the singles on a non-spotlight, non-100 pipe. Love it. Doing them now because of both of you. Thank you. But I don't know. My favorite cart at the end of the day could be a cart I've not even pulled yet. It could be that burger cart. I really want it, but I like it more than I like Cupid's arrow.
Okay.
But I got to still see what that hitbox is looking like.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Well, hey, I do want to switch gears a little bit because we touched on it earlier, but we do want to bring up your mad, crazy skills with your voice. You had mentioned that you're in an a cappella group, and you had shared with me a little while ago a YouTube video where you were on, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's like Israel's
X Factor.
X Factor?
Yeah.
Exactly. I don't even know what it's officially called. Like Israeli X Factor, Israel X Factor.
So
it was
we
part
just,
of the whole the whole global empire that they got.
So we just wanted to share a couple seconds with everyone in the community because I just think this is so cool to see you on TV and performing at this level. So go ahead and.
I think it's cool to have this on your show. I think it's even cool.
Yes. Yeah. Even in the States, I'm from Baltimore and New York. They think I'm from Texas and Alabama. Nice accent. Absolutely.
Okay, I'm excited to see this part.
This is in Tel Aviv, in Israel, which is outside of Jerusalem.
Okay.
What they call the Merkaz, or the center.
Okay.
A lot of this is in Hebrew.
Yep.
My Hebrew is not even that great.
Yeah, there you are.
Yeah, so
Such
you're
a deep voice.
yeah,
I love it.
you're that bass, like just absolute. Like I know you said that you've done like sports radio before. Like your voice, I don't know. Like I could totally see, you know, it's so unique, it's so vibrant, it's so like I absolutely love that you've decided in your life to take a route that makes it so that you can share, I guess, like this talent or this blessing that you've been given, that you haven't, you know, like hit it or, you know, just kind of been like, you know, it's just kind of whatever. I'm really happy that you've realized that this is something that's unique to you, and you've tried, you know, lots of different avenues to you know, help bless other people's lives with it. So I just think that's way cool. So how did that competition go on the X Factor? Was it like, tell us about the experience of it?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, thanks so much for the compliments. First of all, and you, if I'm not mistaken, have a brother who's in an even bigger, like a very big a cappella group from
my cousin. My cousin, yeah.
Your cousin. Okay, I'm sorry. So in a show that some may be familiar with, that I was extremely familiar with. It wasn't, unfortunately, like as popular as like solo singing competitions, but some years back or many years ago, Sing Off, and had a
Fun
few
show.
seasons. A huge group called Pentatonics came out of there. Unfortunately, it's just the style is maybe not seen as popular as some of the solo works and things like that. But this a cappella group that your cousin is in, Vocal Points.
Vocal Point.
Yeah, with the V.
Play on the words Focal Point, and they were in this show, and they did quite well in that show. We didn't necessarily go very far. We were just very appreciative to get to the main audition.
Yeah.
Some people know there's, a lot of things that go into just getting to the first live audition. It was fun during this time after Corona to perform in front of a live audience.
I bet.
The things that, again, I said I'm going to sprinkle some gratitude throughout the show, perhaps, because I can't think of any one thing, perhaps, at the end.
Okay.
But,
I love it.
one of them is that during this time, and everybody, it's like, just like everybody has special skills in the Mario Kart community, everybody's gotten affected by Corona in all kinds of different ways. We relied a lot on tourism and in our marketing in our group to get gigs, and it's been slow, but to perform in front of like live audiences starting to slowly get together for the first time. Well, that may have been something beforehand. I try to look at the positives that come out of the negatives of these things, and one of them to me is like just gratitude for just performing in front of a live audience. Maybe I hadn't appreciated that in a long time or ever on that level.
Yeah.
And so that was really awesome. It had been a dream of mine to be on one of these reality singing competition shows.
Yeah.
For a long time. I had at one point watched every episode of American Idol for 10 seasons straight. I met Ryan Seacrest in New York City.
How fun.
Where he was doing a radio show at the time, as he was starting to get extremely popular with American Idol around that time. I loved that show, and it's owned by the same empire that has X Factor.
Yep.
So it was very blessed and grateful to be on the show and to get as much FaceTime as we did, just like I'm grateful for the FaceTime on this show right now.
Yeah. And for those who are interested, okay, I've watched several of your videos. Like, the talent is insane, and one, it's fun, and then also just like culturally, like it's so fun to like hear like you sing in Hebrew and then the translation into English with some of your back and forth songs that you do. So I'm very grateful for that. But we're gonna put the comment or the link to your YouTube channel in the comments
Description.
Yeah, in the description. So if you guys are interested in checking out more of his work, like make sure you go check it out, subscribe, like, give him all the love, because your group is very, very talented. It's fun.
Thank you so much. That really means a lot.
Well, this was so much fun. I'm so grateful that we got to meet you.
Yeah.
We've been talking, I feel like, for months, like almost like half a year now. And so meeting you in person was awesome.
Yeah.
It starts with small things like the idea of your show, top shelf, the content, top shelf, whatever character, weak skill versus second shelf coin boxer, and start something small. And here we are. It's unbelievable, and kudos to what you're both doing in your personal games, Mario Kart, and for the community, and in your lives too. Being able to, I listen sometimes to the show saying going to work for 10 hours. I'm scratching my head, thinking like this guy is unbelievable. Like how? And this quantity, Carlos and Studfit and Sammy and Yoshi are the same. The not just the content, but the quantity thereof. It's similar to our, the acapella. I know we gotta keep going, put out that material, but wow. I mean, your recent episode with the anniversary, happy anniversary, by the way. What a entertaining compilation. And
that was fun.
And the fact that you guys did as many, you were surprised yourself as to how many shows you did.
It still baffles me.
And Thank you. We appreciate that. I don't know if I grind the way I mean, I don't want to sound selfish. It's like I use Frenzy fans for my grinding. No, like I'm genuinely like, I mean, I could listen to lots of different things. No, I'm just kidding. No,
I love it.
No, seriously though, like that's entertainment, but just the calculator alone. Again, I've had to spend a myriad of tickets and overcook ranked, tired of overcooking for 5 rubies sometimes. And so it's the non-overcooking calculator brought to you by Frenzy Fan.
There we go.
We should get a voiceover for that.
I love it.
I love it.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for joining us. Thanks, Brian Voice, for being on the show. Absolutely loved getting to know you better and seeing you face to face. And until the next episode, may the frenzies be forever in your favor.
See you guys later.
Thanks so much.